back to Adri's Homestead Life. Today we are going to make my delicious sourdough, naan bread, flatbread, tortilla, whatever you want to call it, you know. I just call it naan bread or flatbread. So I'm going through the ingredients and I show you, you're not gonna believe how easy to make this flatbread. You only need literally few ingredients, no need, we leave it 8 to 12 hours overnight as well, it doesn't matter, you know, just leave it as it is to proof, and then the next day, or if you do it in the morning, in the evening, you can make a delicious flatbread. You only need a very hot cast iron frying pan and then literally a couple of minutes on each side and you and your family can enjoy it. So let's go through the ingredients. In this recipe I'm going to use a bread flour. I'm going to use 3 to 3.5 cups of bread flour. I'm going to use lard. You know, I've got this lovely lard. It's not our home, rendered from our home farm, but it's a delicious Hungarian lard. So we're gonna need half a cup of that lard. If you can't get hold of it or you don't want to use lard, you can substitute with butter, you know, it's totally up to you. We're also going to use a cup of milk. I'm gonna use today our goat's milk. I will be using, you don't have to, I'm only using this because needs to be used up, like a little shot glass of a whey, salted whey, what came off my cheese making process from yesterday. I'm also gonna use Himalayan pink salt. I'm gonna use I usually would use 2 teaspoons, but because this is very salty brine this way, I'm gonna use probably 1.5 teaspoon of salt. And we are going to use a cup of our sourdough starter. So let's make the flatbread. I really like to use these cup measurements because it's just so easy, you know, you don't need to get the scale out and make it in gram and have to, a little bit more time consuming. This way is just so much easier. So I'm going to start with 3 cups of bread flour. I do buy my bread in bulk, so I get in 15-20 kilo back at a time. So that's 3 cups. I might put another half a cup. Let's make a bit more. So 3.5 cups of bread flour. Into that I'm gonna put, as we said, we're gonna use, just sprinkle the salt. I'm just gonna use 1.5 teaspoon today. Give it a good mix. And this is so easy, you know, you don't need to add and wait and add and any kind of ingredients. Just put everything together and then just leave it. So, okay, so we've got the bread flour, we've got the salt. Next we are going to add half a cup of the lard. So again, half a cup. So I'm gonna scrape this out as much as I can. You know, I'm only doing this to demonstrate to you, but otherwise I wouldn't really bother. Sorry to use my hand, but this is just so normal for me. I like using hands, fingers, and it's only me and my family gonna eat this. My hands are clean, obviously. You need to start with the clean hands. So I'm gonna keep these stubs because when I make my homemade ice cream, I reuse these stubs for those. And they freeze, you know, to put it in a freezer. They freeze well. So I think I'm gonna finish this off now. That's it. So it is now roughly about a good, you know, half a cup of lard. It is a bit softer than I would like it to be, but that's okay. So, okay. If you work with cold lard, what I would prefer colder, then I would just cut it like a pea size and I just work it into the flour. When it's nicely cooperated together, then we're just gonna add the milk. First I'm going to add the whey, and then I'm going to add the milk. So we're using a cup of milk. I'm just measure it out in my cup measure. So this is exactly a cup of milk, and just pour it all over and mix this together. Mix this together to nicely combine. You know, don't be afraid to use your fingers. If you don't want to use your fingers, you know, you can always use wooden spoon or fork. So that's it. It's only one more ingredient missing, and that's the sourdough starter. So when it's like this kind of cooperated, I think I'm gonna quickly wash my hand, and we're going to, just behind me, that's where my sourdough starter live, out there next to the agar on a counter. And so maybe I don't even need to wash my hand. Oh, just a quick rinse. So, and we use a cup of sourdough starter. And put that to our dough mixture. And that's it. So basically what now we need to do, just make a nice dough. You know, I found it with, you know, hands. It's the easiest. And then we kind of work on it for a few minutes until everything nicely combine and you get like a ball shape. And basically that's it. I absolutely love using shower cups in my kitchen. I think it's the best kitchen hack, to be honest. So I just leave this as it is, cover it with that shower cup, and leave it to it 8 to 12 hours on a kitchen counter. And my dough is at the moment a little bit sticky, so I just sprinkle a little bit more flour, not too much. You always, you know, observe your dough and you work with the dough. That's why I find it hard, because I not always follow recipes. And then that's why I find it hard, you guys give you recipes sometimes, because I don't know myself. I've just used a bit of this and a bit of that, and a bit more and a bit less, and that's it. So that's something I need to work on, so I can share with you all these lovely recipes. I'm getting better, so you can try it yourself. Okay, I think that's it done. So that's all. That didn't take really long. And our beautiful flatbread dough now is done. To make it as a ball shape, and just basically just look like this. And now just leave it in there and cover it with a shower cup, like just like that, and leave it to it. And that's it, guys. See you in 12 hours or tomorrow, and we're gonna make a lovely flatbread. Let's make the flatbread pizza. So this is the dough that's been now proven here. Ooh. Actually, probably it's a day. It smells a bit soury from the sourdough, but that will be fine. We made this dough together yesterday, and I'm just going to just a little bit flatten this out. That will puff up And I'm going to put this flatbread pizza in a very hot cast iron pan just behind me. And I'll make the next one. I'm gonna make 3 today. 2 of us and a guest. So we're going to have it with, I'm just gonna pop out to the pantry and we're gonna get homemade tomato paste, and we're gonna put that on the top. I might put on mine a bit of a sorrel sauce. Okay, so put tomato paste, we put sausage, smoked spicy sausage slice, and the mozzarella cheese what we've made yesterday. Okay, so we are in my pantry. We need tomato paste. But first flatbread it's done. Yeah. Let's get the next one. It's very hot. The frying pan. Right. So I'm gonna use homemade tomato paste. And just do it around like that. Perfect. I think I'll go and grab basil in a minute as well. Right, put the mozzarella and sausage. I'm gonna go and grab a basil. In the greenhouse, just gonna grab some basil, goes on our pizza. Alright, we're back. So I'm gonna keep this basil actually, and we're gonna put this on. Let's put a few maybe now. This is actually, you can eat this now, but I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'll show you the result. Let's make the salad. You can use this up. Like that. And we have some dill. And some spring onion. Put parsley, dill here, spring onion, lettuces. Perfect. Let's grab some more lettuces. That's it. So pizza chips and mixed lettuces, beautiful salad with homemade mayonnaise. Remember we made this earlier today. Delicious. I'm gonna put some olive oil on the top, salt and pepper, and mayonnaise. And in the last one I'm gonna put sorrel sauce, tomato paste, sorrel sauce, mozzarella, sausage, and basil. And ready to go to the oven. This meal, it was absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for spending time with me in my kitchen. I hope you enjoyed it. See you very soon. Bye, friend.